Good morning. This is Richard Borson with Gravel Driveway Recovery. Today we're out here helping a homeowner reclaim their space by restoring this driveway for better access and parking around the house. Over time, gravel shifts, ruts form, vegetation shows up, drainage issues creep in, but we're here to fix that. Stick with us as we reshape, regrade, and compact this driveway to make it smooth, durable, and ready for daily use. Let's get going. So you can see here, this is what we're starting out with. It's dipping and pulling in on this driveway here. We're going to fix that so that the water can flow. They want to bring in this area around here, level it out, get it so that it's more usable for the cars that they want to park and drive around right up here. And then up here, we're going to expand the usage of their parking. You can see they've been parking here. There is some gravel here. They want to make it better, flatter, more usable, especially out in this area. We're going to make that happen. And we're going to start with what we call our grinder. Now, technically, it's a soils conditioner, but we call it the grinder, and you can see why. It turns over, grinds the material, brings it back over, and then lays it right back down. That's what I love about this particular attachment. It doesn't move the material hardly any. It just picks it up, turns, and lays it back down. So we're getting this all leveled out, and we're going to try not to destroy that water meter at the same time. Now we're getting down into the area that's going to go down around the house, and particularly that tricky area where the water's wanting to pull into the driveway area. We're going to smooth that out, get it lifted up ultimately so that the water can run and not get trapped on the driveway there. First, we've got to get this leveled out, get all the material so that it's smooth and workable, that we can then bring in the new material and have it lay right so that we can control the water and where it flows. This part right here, this is on a pretty good slope, and that part right there where it was curving was tricky. It was a tight turn, it was an off camber turn, and the truck not only had some issues, but also just getting it leveled out right was a little tricky at times. And it was really handy having a tilt bucket as well as having a grinder that is a 6-way, so we can actually tilt it and get it pitched in the correct direction. Now, there are times when we will have the dump truck spread, gate spread. Most of the time we'll do that, but there are definitely also times when it does not make sense to do that. This is one of those situations, and when that's the case, we just put my son Joey here to work and have him spread it out, and he does a fantastic job. Super proud of him. Great kid, hard worker, very skilled, and he's getting that all distributed out. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that he's distributing the material first. He's not trying to do a fine grade. He's getting it all laid out so that he makes sure that we have the coverage we need in order to make that we don't miss any areas. Once we get all the material spread out and cover it in the areas that we want, then he'll come back and do those finishing touches. And here we're fixing that tricky area where the slope is wanting to pull in to that rising driveway. Now you can see in this case, we had enough run that the driver could do some gate spreading. Obviously, there's a lot that we're going to have to touch here, fix, but it gets it distributed a little quicker and just saves us a little time on the machine. And time on the machine is money in the bank. So the less time we put on the machine, the more money we make. We sure are grateful for those dump truck drivers. They save us a lot of time, very skilled, sometimes courageous. It can be a bit scary, not in this case, but it can definitely be scary sometimes. And here you can see that we're doing the side now, and we're having him spread it. But we're having him spread it in a way that just kind of gets the material in a rough spread. Again, just to save a little time, a few trips, saves us a few scoops, not having to lay the material down. And Joey's back at it. You can see with this one, there's just a lot of material we're having to move around because it's a very unusually shaped space. This is not just a 10-foot wide straight or slightly curved driveway that the trucks can just run and gun, as you might say. But we're having to be very specific in where we're putting the material, how the material is being laid out. And in order to do that, we've got to have Joey be on his game and get this graded just right. We don't want to neglect the mailman, so we always try to make sure that we give them a good spot to be able to drive. And here Joey's just putting the finishing touches on that area. And hey, it's starting to come together. One of the other things we needed to do is there was a pretty big discrepancy, about a 3-4 inch, sometimes 5-inch discrepancy between where they were parking and the adjacent pavement. So we wanted to make sure and fill that in so they're not thumping over or having to try to climb out of that area. And now, of course, as always, we are compacting. Compacting is actually one of my favorite parts because it is what creates this beautiful, durable, and long-lasting driveway that you don't end up having to mess with. And this is how it turned out. What do you all think? Put in your comments. What could we have done differently? What would you do? What problems have you solved in your driveway experiences? Let us all learn and get better along the way. Really appreciate you watching. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and hope you enjoyed watching how we approached this driveway and the problems that it presented to us and the solutions we came up with. Have a great day, and God bless.